are getting ready for their main event coming up. Let's check in.
I believe you are my partner tonight.
I know, I can't believe it either.
No.
Yes,
You know what? We need to stick with the plan. Just stay out of my way, okay?
Yes.
I got this. That's the plan.
Yes, we got this.
No, I got this, Harley.
You
all right?
guys got this. Thanks, Minnie Mercedes.
Shut up, Minnie Moné. I didn't tell her to speak. You know, what are you doing down there? You need to stand up. That's not even how you stretch.
Stretching. It's important to stretch.
Harley,
The hip
I
thruster.
swear.
Ride the money rap
I
train.
don't want to hear that song. Please, Harley. Oh my God. You just please stand up. Okay,
Okay.
it's not how you stretch.
Yes.
It's more like this. Yes. You hear that cry?
Yeah, I did. That was
You gotta warm
nice.
up like a champion.
If you want to have a happy ending, you've got to know where to stop your story.
This tramp is still the champ!
What's next for a champion that walked through hell still holding the gold? The cold, dark shadow of a monster sent from above.
The all-elite goddess has arrived.
The more we see her, the more we fear her. Powerful, graceful, vicious, without a hold on her game. AEW's finest have tried, failed, and are bracing for the total takeover of the Megasix. Now it's our champion's turn to try and break the unbreakable and defy a woman who believes it's her divine right to wear this belt.
I will cut off the head of the mighty Megasys.
Irresistible forces and immovable objects have never met easily. All dynasties end, but when?
Megan Bayne just pinned the AEW Women's World Champion.
Tomorrow night in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we find out. May the best woman win.
Can World Champion Timeless Toni Storm survive Megan Bayne? We will find out tomorrow at Dynasty. Right now, it's time for our main event.
Your Collision main event is a tag team contest scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Boston, Massachusetts, she's the TBS champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes Moné. The Owen Hart Women's Tournament, and of course the men's tournament, like we've been talking about, begins tomorrow night at Dynasty. Mercedes Moné and Julia Hart, the TBS champion, the former TBS champion, will battle one-on-one. And the winner of that will face the winner of Harley Cameron and Athena. With that in mind, we have all four women, a little preview of the opening round of the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. And my question is, how can opponents survive and function tonight in this matchup? The one and only Harley Cameron. Let's go to the ring.
And her partner from Gold Coast, Australia, Harley Cameron.
As we have seen and heard, Don, obviously Mercedes does not want to be the partner of Harley Cameron. Don't blame her.
You called Harley, what'd you call her, the one and only?
The one and only Harley Cameron.
Yeah, that's politically correct speak for crazy.
There's absolutely nobody like her in AEW.
Again, you're basically saying she's out of her mind, and I agree.
She's a ventriloquist. She can sing.
I feel like a ventriloquist out here calling the matches with you sometimes.
Ventriloquist. And fans love her. She has been winning matches. And of course, she's in the ring with one of the greats, and Mercedes Moné, as we go back now to the ring.
And their opponents, first, from Bloomington, Minnesota, Julia Hart.
Julia Hart, who became the youngest women's champion in AEW history, when at age 22, she won the TBS championship at Full Gear. That was back in November of 2023 in a three-way match.
Sometimes they say youth is wasted on the young, but in Julia Hart's case, I think she learned a lot from that experience, and I think she's a very dangerous wrestler.
I agree with that, Don. She certainly is. Fans, let's take you back to AEW Dynamite Big Business in Boston. Back on the 13th of March last year, Sky Blue and Julia Hart attacking Willow Nightingale. But then the shocking arrival in AEW of Mercedes Moné, the CEO, attacking Julia Hart, putting her down with the Moné Maker, and establishing herself as one of the more dominant females we've ever seen here in AEW. Of course, going on to win the TBS Championship. But as Julia Hart is in the ring, it's going to be a great preview match for the Owen Hart tournament on the women's side. With that in mind, it's time for Julia Hart's partner, and what a champion this young lady is.
And her partner from Dallas, Texas, she is the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, the Fallen Goddess, Athena!
You're looking at the most successful champion in Ring of Honor history. 847-day world title reign, 64-0 in singles competition since she won the belt back in December of 2022. And she and Mercedes have had issues, and they bring it to the ring.
Well, this is what you need to do with Mercedes. You need to get in her face and show the confidence. Don't let Mercedes play her mind games. And I'll say this about Athena. She hits as hard as anyone on that roster, man or woman. Incredible striking.
Julia Hart, Athena against the unlikely duo of Harley Cameron and Mercedes Moné. Mercedes told Harley earlier to stay out of my way in this matchup. Let's see how they work together, if at all, here during this matchup. Oh, a tag is made.
That was nice of Mercedes, giving Harley a chance to show herself.
It sounded to me during that interview with Lexi Nair that Mercedes didn't even want Harley in the ring, and now she tags her in. I don't get that.
It's called being unpredictable, Shivani.
Well, that's what it is.
That's how you do it, Harley, okay? Stick to that plan.
She's at Mercedes right now coaching up Harley Cameron.
I can hear, absolutely. And it would behoove Harley to listen to Mercedes, no doubt.
Well, I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to find any wrestler anywhere who's as successful as Mercedes has been. So, yeah, listen to her.
Yeah, 18-0 since her arrival in AEW. Longest active winning streak in the women's division. Has defeated 3 former women's world champions, has Mercedes. But right now, Harley, who's on a little winning streak of her own, feels this.
And listen, if you are Athena and if you are Julia Hart, the strategy here is to cut the ring in half and keep Harley Cameron in your corner.
Roll up 1, 2, and a 2 count that time. Mike Posey. Into the up. And once again, moving out of the way, Harley Cameron gets a foot up. He's up top, ducks low. Harley with an enziguri that time.
She didn't get all of that.
1, 2, nope. I believe they only got a 1 count that time. And Julia Hart came out of it. Well, fans, a reminder that AEW is coming to New Orleans for Dynamite and Collision on Wednesday, the 23rd of April, UNO Lakefront Arena. And we're also going to be in Norfolk for Dynamite on Wednesday, April 30th. There's a rollout. 1. Got a 1 count that time at the Chartway Arena at ODU. Supercard of Honor. Here's my 1. How about Julia Hart? Supercard of Honor is coming to Atlantic City Friday, May 2nd. Tickets at ROHTix.com. And the very next night, May 3rd, live Collision in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Get your tickets, AWTIX.com. Meanwhile, tied to the Trio Woe, and Mercedes just wailing away here on the young former champion, Julia Hart. Julia Hart.
Man, that'll blow a knee real quick.
Absolutely, Julia Hart once again.
That's intimidation right there.
That's what it is. Good call. And again moves out of the way. Waistlock, rolls up Mercedes, got her 1, 2. Ducking out of the way. Here goes Julia Hart. Pick up. Julia Hart
Modified octopus here.
Pulling on the arm, pulling back on Mercedes' right arm. Harley Cameron threw the puppet in the freaking ring. Meanwhile,
that puppet is disgusting. It looks like it's got fleas.
Oh, a lung blower that time. 1, 2, oh. And Julia Hart kicks out of the way. And fans, our main event on this Dynasty Weekend continues on Max and TNT. Oh, look at this. I think this is one. Got a 1 count. I think this is frustration as much as anything else.
Well, I don't think Mercedes gets credit for being a psychological master in that ring. She starts roughing up Julia Hart, giving it right back to her. That's a good message to send for intimidation purposes.
There's a cover. 1, 2. Harley got a 2 count that time on Julia Hart. The Ring of Honor World Champ trying to get in, reaching out. Now remember, the winner of the Owen Hart Cup Women's Division will get a shot at the World Champion Russian leg sweep there. And a cover. 1, 2. Get a chance at the AEW Women's World Title at All In. Of course, at Globe Life Field on the 12th of July on pay-per-view in Arlington, home of the Texas Rangers. The winner on the men's side will get a world title shot as well. Now, right now, as we come to you, Jon Moxley is the men's champion. Of course, it could be Swerve Strickland after tomorrow. 1, 2, Meteora that time. And on the other side right now, it's Toni Storm, but after tomorrow, it could be Megan Bayne. So we'll find out. We'll get the shot. Speaking of that, a cheap shot that time from Mercedes, and that brings Athena in.
Yeah, Athena's got a bad temper. We're seeing it right there. Meanwhile,
double team working. I'm telling you, for being a team for the first time and not really wanting to be together, at least as far as Mercedes is concerned, Mercedes and Harley working pretty well together here, Don.
Well, Harley's doing the smart thing. She's listening to what Mercedes tells her. That's smart wrestling.
Yeah, it is. I agree with that. And I've agreed with you tonight more than I have my entire life with you. Oh, back elbow, cover. 1, 2. And Julia Hart's out of it one more time. Well, you can better believe that Athena wants to get in there. And now tag is going to be made. Julia in the wrong corner. And look at Mercedes saying something to Athena, looking at her. Oh, while she picks up Julia Hart, puts a knee between the shoulder blades.
She's in the wrong part of town right now, I'll tell you that.
I've heard that before. Yes, fans, we are back on Collision, streaming on Max and on TNT. Tony Schiavone joined by Don Callis. Athena wants in desperately. And you're taking a look at 2 young ladies who will battle tomorrow at Dynasty in the first round of the Owen Hart Women's Tournament.
Mercedes has wrist control there. Great wrestling. Brought Julia back into the corner.
And here comes the tag, and Harley Cameron is in. And Julia Hart stuck in the wrong place. Harley head of steam, runs right into the foot. And a back elbow, stunned Mercedes. Julia Hart trying to make a tag. Harley with a waistlock pickup. Tag. Here comes Athena. And there is Mercedes. Catches Athena's foot. Trying to backslide maybe. The other way, pick up.
Out. Oh, God.
Thrust kick. Drop kick.
Mercedes needs to get out of bounds here, and she has.
Yeah, Harley is in. Picked up.
Oh, my God, look at the strength of Athena.
She's got both ladies in her grasp. Athena, the ROH World Champion, incredible athlete. Forearm shot, 1. And Mercedes the TBS champion makes the save.
Great ring awareness by Mercedes.
Outside goes Mercedes. And Athena's going to take a chance here. Here she goes! Lupe Suicida.
She got all of that.
Harley Cameron's going to take advantage of the back being turned. Yes! And a DDT. Harley trying to get Mercedes in the ring, who's the legal wrestler. Watch out, Julia Hart up top. Perched, crossbody. All three ladies go down. You got to give it, Don Callis, to all the combatants. They are really putting it all on the line here the night before Dynasty, when that women's tournament and the Owen Hart Cup begins.
Very impressive performances by all four competitors tonight, as you allude to.
Absolutely. Here it is one more time, Don. Big crossbody. Another angle. Connected with all, including her partner Athena, who's trying to get to her feet. Athena and Harley Cameron will battle in the first round of the Cup. The Owen Hart tournament. And now they're battling in the ring one-on-one. Slugging it out. Athena has special motivation. She has a chance if she wins the tournament to walk into Globe Life Field in her hometown and win the AEW Women's World title to go with the Ring of Honor World title. How about that?
Power.
Showing her power. Tag. Blind tag was made. It worked. Julia Hart slowly getting up. She's going for a moonsault up top. Lands on her feet as Harley moved out of the way. And a backstabber from Mercedes. Caught.
Oh, no.
By Athena. Slammed down. Athena turns. Harley.
Look at how smart Mercedes is, rolling out of the ring, taking herself out of the field to play.
How about that move by Harley?
Incredible. Harley Cameron is what we call in sports sneaky athletic.
What a main event we are seeing. If this is anything like what we're going to see, we are in store for quite a tournament that begins tomorrow night in the Owen Hart Foundation Cup. The winner of the women's and the men's side get a world title shot coming up this summer at Globe Life Field. And All In, pick up.
Oh, my.
How about that for Harley? Harley has no one to tag, but neither does Julia Hart. Right now, it's one-on-one in the ring. Feel the wrath. Harley may be moments away from winning this. Trying her finishing move, but Julia Hart was one step ahead. Harley down on one knee once again, preventing Julia Hart. Harley's got Julia up.
Look at this. What great positioning here by Julia Hart to get this submission on.
Back to the octopus. You're right.
Oh, look at Mercedes was going to make the save.
Yes, and she couldn't because...
Well, she could have, but she decided not to sacrifice herself. And she left Harley there to get beat.
But it was Athena that blocked her.
Absolutely. Mercedes too smart. Live to fight another day, Shivani.
Fans, we want to remind you once again that the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament tomorrow, Mercedes, Moné, and Julia Hart will battle. Among many other great matches, you can join us on pay-per-view on Prime Video as we bring you